All right, so get this. Today, we're going deep. Like, really deep.
Deeper than a swimming pool.
Way deeper. We're talking about that Mr. Beast video. You know, the one where they all lived underground.
Oh, right. In that crazy huge ancient city.
Yeah.
Right.
The one built in a salt mine. Can you imagine? It's been around for like 1,000 years.
1,000 years. That's, wow, so much history just like soaked into the walls.
Right. It's wild. And we've got this awesome summary video breaking down the whole thing with all these highlights and stuff.
Wait on me.
Okay, so here's the thing that really grabbed me, right? It's not just about the whole YouTuber spectacle. It's more than that. It's like, what does it say, you know? About history, about what it means to explore, maybe even about ourselves.
I'm intrigued.
Okay, so first of all, the city itself, just the fact that it exists is insane.
I know, this ancient salt mine transformed into a living space. Like what? The ingenuity, right?
Yeah, and like, think about the resources it took, what they had to do to make it livable back then.
Right. It makes you think. We're all shaped by history, even if we don't realize it. Even stuff that seems totally modern.
Exactly. Okay, so then there's the whole human element. They had this rotating cast of YouTubers joining the challenge each day.
Oh, right. A bunch of different personalities. I bet that was a recipe for, well, something.
That's like a social experiment, right? Playing out underground.
Totally. And the video shows how they interact, how leadership, you know, pops up, alliances.
Oh, and don't forget the pranks. Apparently they pulled some seriously epic ones.
Well, sure. But there's also a bit of a dark side too, right? Didn't things get kind of tense sometimes?
And they did. The summary mentioned some pretty big arguments, especially when, like, resources got scarce.
Oh, yeah. Being stuck underground.
Yeah.
Limited supplies. That'd make anyone cranky.
Right. Makes you think about how UD react in that kind of pressure cooker.
Peacemaker or snack hoarder? Tough choice.
Right. Okay, but here's another thing that creeped me out. The video showed these creepy chambers. Hidden tunnels, too.
Ooh, spooky.
Imagine exploring a place like that.
Yeah.
It's got to mess with your head, right?
Totally. It's like this constant push and pull. You've got the excitement of discovery, but then there's also the fear of the unknown. Like what's lurking around the corner.
Oh, totally. There's this scene where they find a hidden tunnel. They're excited, obviously. But there's this hesitation, too. A little fear in their voices.
I get it. It was like that feeling you get before a roller coaster. Thrilled, but terrified.
Exactly. And then they make these incredible discoveries, right? New tunnels, new chambers, in a place that's supposed to be fully explored.
It's mind-blowing. But it also shows you something. There's always potential for new experiences, even in familiar places.
It's about perspective, right? Being open to seeing things differently.
Exactly. And being willing to step outside your comfort zone.
Ooh, comfort zones. That reminds me. Even trying a new restaurant freaks me out sometimes.
I feel you. But those moments, stepping outside that comfort zone, that's where the best stories come from.
Okay, so back to the YouTubers. Spending a whole week underground, limited resources, challenges everywhere. That's got to push you to your limits.
Oh, absolutely. The summary even mentions that. They had to overcome all kinds of stuff. Competition, fear, disagreements. And they said it helped them grow, personally.
I can see that. It reminds me of this time I went backpacking with friends. Super tough trip, but we learned so much about ourselves, about each other.
It's like shared challenges can really bond people. And even with all the pranks and chaos, they still found moments of, like, real camaraderie.
That's so true. Remember that campfire scene? It felt so genuine, even in this bizarre underground world.
Absolutely. It's like those shared experiences, good A&D, bad, they shape our relationships in a powerful way.
So in the end, they had this amazing journey, right? Exploring the unknown, pushing their limits, and forming these strong bonds.
Totally. And let's not forget their journey back to the surface, literally A&D metaphorically, that time for reflection, integrating what they learned and letting it change them.
You know what this all makes me think about?
What's that?
That underground city we each have waiting inside US.
Ooh, I like that.
Maybe it's a hobby you've been putting off.
Huh?
Or a tough conversation you need to have, something that pushes you to grow.
I think that's a great takeaway. Adventure and self-discovery, they can be found in the most unexpected places.
And that's what makes this Mr. Beast video so cool. It's not just mindless entertainment.
Right. It reflects something deeper, the human spirit, you know, our desire to explore, to connect, to grow.
And that's something worth thinking about no matter where you are, even if you're not in a 1,000-year-old city.
Exactly. The adventures out there, just waiting to be discovered.